how are we getting to this point where...
Did you call yourself a certified E what?
Yeah. Baby, baby. Sorry.
With the
shot.
When you like joke about that, I think that sort of dovetails with what you're saying in the sense that when you joke about being an E, that doesn't really make men want to like treat you or view women as respecting themselves and as deserving.
Yeah, they're gonna call me a regardless of whether I call myself.
Knows it. Well, if you're
what?
if you're on,
excuse
if you're
me.
On, yeah.
No, you got me.
I think it's kind of like a catch.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself, Brian. Watch yourself.
What?
Watch yourself.
I think we just call shitty people.
Yeah. I mean, people are gonna call me names regardless. Like no matter what. Like I'll be live streaming on Twitch playing fucking World of Warcraft, and they were like, "You're disgusting. Show me your." And I'm like, okay,
wow. You're like in the same breath too.
Yeah,
in the
like,
same
can
breath.
I just play this game? Like I'm gonna get treated like garbage regardless, just for being a woman online, especially.
Talking in the scope of dating, though, I think fans are just that general approach to female sexuality where you're commodifying your body for not $5 a month, but $20 a month. That sort of just breaks down the fabric of traditional relationships where men feel like they can treat you poorly because they.
If I feel like a man is treating me poorly, I wouldn't give him the time of day.
It's hard because like men are consuming content, but women are creating the content.
You don't have the ability to enforce that boundary by being on OnlyFans.
That's hard.
I do.
No, you don't. A creepy guy who could be treating you horribly could still pay and subscribe to your.
Date him if he's treating me horribly.
But they still get access to you.
And they could subscribe and watch your podcast.
It's the same thing as like me posting
on
my
Instagram. I have all my clothes on during my podcast.
She doesn't do nudes.
Me too. I don't do nudes.
You just have to pay to look at it.
Lingerie.
Lingerie is fine. That doesn't bother me. The thing is I wouldn't interact with someone who I felt like was being mean to me. If you're going to be mean to me because of something that I do, bye. That's not an issue for me.
I'm not necessarily talking about like an interpersonal, like being mean to you. Like,
but you're talking about dating.
I'm talking about how men approach relation. I'm not talking like you're sitting on a date and they say something offensive to you. I'm talking about like, I think when women have sort of taken the feminism pill hardcore and they're, I don't need a man, men or whatever, that men are going to be more inclined to not treat you with what is a more traditional cherishing role that women
respect. I think that I do need a man. And I would love to have a man in my life, and I would love to have some sort of relationship when the time comes. But right now, because I'm doing this, there's a lot of men who don't want to interact with me, and also because I'm not particularly interested in having a relationship right now, there's a lot of men who don't, wouldn't pursue me, and that's fine with me. That doesn't bother me.
I think women are born inherently with their value, and your job as a woman is to preserve it by not making choices where you sell yourself out for a variety of things.
I think my job
men have to work hard.
Can I add something to this? But a lot of these like companies and these like the whole like
everyone sells sex.
Stuff, no, it's all also started by men a lot of times.
Everyone sells sex.
This is a weird like point of view to be like, oh, it's women's fault for doing this, but a lot of times these are.
Happened before.
Exactly.
People were profiting off of women before OnlyFans became a thing.
By pimps and things like that. So it's like, it's weird to be like blaming the women.
My critique is of feminism, and we have women to blame pretty heavily for that.
Feminism, we're not saying, oh, bring power to like prostitution or anything. It's weird. This has been happening for many, many, many years.
But it doesn't necessarily mean it's right though, or like a healthy road for people to participate.
So if more parasocial.
Hold on, if I did pornography, would it be okay if I was straight up on? So why are you saying this is on a different level than?
What I was saying is, women are born inherently with their value, in my opinion, and men are not, and they have to work to achieve it, right? If you look at what men go after, beauty in women, more or less, and women go after men with, status that they can provide for them. And all I'm saying is that when you do things like OnlyFans, when you do things like, now take a step back, okay, if it would have been, 30 years ago, it wouldn't have been OnlyFans, it would have been, who knows, whatever that in that year it would have been, that you are denigrating yourself and basically proving that you are not a woman that is deserving, not of respect, but that you're not upholding your inherent value as a woman.
Would you say a man's inherent value would be ruined if he did?
Well, not even that.
I would say anyone.
I mean, I think anyone would, but I think where we derive our value from is slightly different. And just on your point about OnlyFans,
or the men running this, again, it's like these women who are in these vulnerable states who they don't have any means to be able to make money.
We can throw the vulnerable states out the window, though.
So you're saying you guys are being exploited by the
No, I'm saying we can throw that out the window.
Your original point from many years ago. That was my statement.
No.
It's like where this first started, right? It was like, for example, men taking advantage of these women who needed a means of making money, right? Sex work years and years ago. Sex work has always been a thing, though. Even in like years of like before Christ, after Christ, all those years, like sex work has always been a thing. So it derived from men controlling women a lot of times too. So like I don't get the point of holding women accountable, but saying men are like it's okay, right?
No, I think we ought to hold them both accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're both
if you want to
accountable,
hold one
sure.
accountable, hold the other.
I'm not saying to not hold men accountable. I think the CEO of OnlyFans, who I actually believe is a woman, but the owner of it is a Ukrainian
The
dude.
CEO now is a woman, but who's
It started in England.
But
No
offense, it sounds like you guys are trying to deflect blame. You guys are choosing to make content.
Sorry. Do you think I have an OnlyFans? That's crazy.
The women doing OnlyFans wouldn't be popular if they just didn't put themselves in the situation to be on OnlyFans.
Men are gonna make women popular whether you're on OnlyFans or not.
Point of this conversation. What's like? I'm so lost here. What's the point?
I feel like what I don't respect is more like not so much like someone doing because obviously I would respect most people because you're a person. Any person has inherent value, but it's this idea of chasing meaningless pleasure, like just the ease.
Yeah,
I don't respect people who are like, it's easy to consume, easy to just like put out content. Like that doesn't seem.
If the point is that it's gonna like limit your dating pool, sure, I hear that. If the point is that it's not morally correct in your eyes, sure, I get that. Like, what is the point of this? I don't understand. What is there?
I guess I think it's who is to blame for this. It's kind of like a chicken and the egg.
It's also like
nobody is to blame.
But it's also like, is it detrimental to society?
You're a model. Let's
kind
move
of
on.
thing. It's like, is OnlyFans detrimental to society? I mean, that's up for
the
debate.
normalization of is detrimental to society. Yes.
How do you say that as someone who works in
We should also blame every
in the industry?
fast food worker for obesity.
See,
Yeah.
you know,
We
I
should
wouldn't
blame
say
anyone who works in any
We should
bad
blame
industry
every
for the
bad
consequences
aspect
of
of
that
capitalism. At that point, we should
not
get rid of
blaming you, but
capitalism.
you are playing a part
You just
into
said
it.
the industry
No,
that
I
I
think
work at
if I don't believe in the normalization of it, that like that's crazy. I would never recommend to anyone that came to me to make an account. I would never say, yeah, you should make one. If you have an account, I can probably make you more money than you can make yourself. Like that's it.
I'm just curious from your personal moral perspective, how do you justify working in an industry that you think
I have
should not
no
be
moral
normalized?
dilemma with it. I don't think that we should be talking about it like vlogs of, oh, I just bought this yacht and went on this $20,000 date. I think people should be open to the discussion of the negative side effects of OnlyFans, and we should have these
But
conversations.
you shouldn't
like
vilify the
dopamine
people in
depletion
it.
if you watch.
You shouldn't vilify
Andrew
the people in
Huberman.
it. Vilify the industry, not the people.
Well, I just think
not
I'm very
vilifying
sex
you,
work
but I also
neutral.
think
If you
can
do it,
take
you do it. If you
accountability
don't,
for
you
your
don't.
actions.
Yeah, and have I not taken accountability
for a lot of things.
Well, that's just, have I not taken accountability this whole time?
I'm not vilifying you.
Okay.
What's up, Abby?
I do think she makes a good point that women who are participating in the industry are a problem, and I think that they make a good point that men who are participating in the industry by watching it and paying for it are playing a part. Both of them, I mean, sex work in general is wrong, and anyone who participates in it, it's not a good thing to do. It's a wrong thing to do. So, I mean, of course, the men who are watching it shouldn't be watching it, and the women who are participating
perpetuating
in it
the demand.
shouldn't be participating in it. We can take accountability. The industry is ruining society. Nobody should be participating
There's
in
also
it.
the fact that even if I wasn't doing like OnlyFans or whatever, like there's gonna be men who speak to me in such a disgusting, horrible way, like who come into me like, why aren't you selling nudes? Like I literally was streaming on Twitch the other day playing World of Warcraft, and they're like, why aren't you showing your ass?
Yeah, but
that shirt is so tight on you. Why?
There's so many, like, I don't do OF, and I still get those DMs. You don't have to.
No, it's not the men bad. I'm just saying they're creating a demand for it. They're like, I literally had someone mad at me being like, why aren't you advertising your OnlyFans? Why aren't you being nice to me? I'm like, I'm not being nice to you because you're being weird. This is chatterbait, you freak.
This is crazy.
Sorry, my bad. I don't mean to
I
yell.
guess what is your plan like kind of after only
I'm getting my degree in accounting.
Oh, Nice.
Yeah, and if someone doesn't want to hire me because I got OnlyFans or whatever, that's fine. Whatever. I'll work at a gas station for the rest of my life if I have to.
She sounds like a hustler.
Whatever makes it work. Listen, I'm from the boonies, dog. We got 3 McDonald's.
She did mention that. No, like again, I don't want to make anyone who has an OnlyFans like feel bad. I wish you didn't do it, but
It's what it is.
know.
It is what it is.
But yeah,
I
to
can't
say
change
like,
it. I
oh,
can't take
it's
it back.
it's Julie's fault
You're
because
from the boonies,
OnlyFans.
I'm
dog.
from the boonies. I'm from the boonies, dog.
3 McDonald's.
Bro,
boonies,
you're
dog.
from
We got 3
Vancouver.
No, not
Island.
Vancouver.
She's from Vancouver.
I'm not
Island. Very
Vancouver.
different.
I'm not from Vancouver. I'm from like a small
Island.
town.
She's from the mean streets of Vancouver.
No. Hold on. It takes 8 hours for me to get to Vancouver. So.
Coover?
Leave me alone.
That's what it's called?
Leave me alone.
Damn.
Eat your peaches.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Well, I was gonna say
Wait,
it's,
hold on. Abigail, go ahead. Continue, Abigail.
Oh wait, I think I made my point that women who participate in the industry are absolutely part of the problem. Of course, we're not blaming those women
You're not the
for
sole
the industry,
holder of the blame.
but you're absolutely part of the problem. And if you think that work or the industry is ruining society, I don't think you should play a part in it.
Yeah, I get that. I gotta eat though.
I mean, yeah, you might really need money, but there really are other ways to make money.
No, there are.
This
There
is
are.
an
Work
easy
at a gas
way, but
station.
There are certainly-
not everything that's easy is good. In
There's
fact,
certainly-
usually things that are easier are
Hold
bad.
on.
But see, yeah, that's the point I was trying to make of like the ease, like the pursuit.
Right.
Just, I want to do the easiest thing.
There's
Let's call it
here's
that.
the thing. Here's the thing about I could work at a gas station. I'm working there 30 hours a week. You know, I get a paycheck of $1,500 a month that covers my rent, doesn't cover all of my bills. You know, it doesn't cover my schooling or anything like that. I work on. I post 3 photos a week. I make $3,000 a month without doing anything. If I work harder, I make more than that. Why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I? My schooling's paid for, my rent's paid for, my food is paid for, my
can I
gas
add
is paid for,
something
my
that-
insurance
it's
is paid
something
for.
else that's very
care about
easy?
is money.
Monetary,
Yeah, can
I care about having a roof over my head.
No, can I add
Yes.
something
I
then?
see that. I see
So you
that,
turn
know.
18 years old and you marry a 40-year-old, and then you get a roof, you get everything, right?
I don't want to marry a 40-year-old.
no, I'm saying, but it's easy. So you're saying easy means bad, right?
Easy's not always
usually,
bad.
yeah.
It's not always bad.
At the
I said usually.
Yeah,
usually bad.
yeah.
So you're saying just marrying a random 40-year-old just to pay your bills,
Do we
just
hate
to have
age
a roof over your
gaps?
head is bad. Yes?
I mean, I would say, yeah, there's
offer
better
if you
if
really
you
love
if you
them.
care about a future and a family and you're just settling for a guy just because he has money. That's not a great situation.
Well, the
to
money's
be
a
in.
benefit. The money's a benefit. It's not the sole
bad 'cause
reason.
It's easy. Like I think I'm sure most of us probably think our jobs are maybe inherently easy. Like we're naturally drawn to something. It is
Yeah.
the job in and of itself.
I would say that OnlyFans is probably like morally wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of things in life that people do that are morally wrong.
But I don't think OnlyFans is easy though.
Yeah.
Because you have to deal with all this hate from people and telling you you're bad, you're contributing to
It's pretty
the
easy to-
society getting fucked up.
It might mess with your head a little bit, the backlash, but it's pretty easy to take a picture.
Well, it doesn't
post
fuck with
it,
my
and
head, but it's
mentally
not
and get
easy.
I'm fucked
You have
up.
to like
Mentally it's
actually
fucked.
promote
But
it. You don't just like post your hole and you're rich, you know?